Welcome to The Facts. I'm Rosalyn Tavanis. The NRA wasn't always the huge political lobbying machine it is today. Founded in 1871 by two Civil War vets, its mission was to educate citizens and family members as to how to safely use and store firearms. From its early beginnings to now, the NRA has morphed into one of the largest special interest lobby and political contributors in the United States. Until as recently as the 1960s, the U.S. government paid little attention to the NRA. But the assassination of John Kennedy, Martin Luther King, and Robert Kennedy put guns into a new light by the government and public. Congress responded, and in 1968, President Johnson signed the Gun Control Act. This legislation primarily addressed guns being sold by mail order and or across state lines. Even though the NRA first agreed with the initial concept, they fiercely fought the Gun Control Act. Combined with the Safe Streets and Crime Control Acts passed by Congress earlier, the Gun Control Act included most significant restrictions on firearms since Congress enacted the National Firearms Act in 1934, per encyclopedia.com. Passage of this legislation precipitated a grassroots organization of the NRA members who then lobbied their Congress members on gun rights. This is the period that began the growing animosity between members of the NRA and the United States government that we still have today. By this time, the NRA was fully opposed to any and all gun regulations. Ultimately, President Johnson, who knew how to get a bill passed with putting great pressure on Congress, got the job done, and in 1968, this bill became law. By the mid-1970s, members of the NRA became even more vigilant, ultimately causing a paradigm shift to a new agenda, keepers of the Second Amendment, spouting its meaning of freedom. Tensions between government and the association escalated. NRA membership and coffers grew, ultimately allowing them to fund for and against political campaigns. The NRA is now among the most powerful special interest lobbying group in the United States. Even considering limits of campaign contribution spending, it has found its way through legal loopholes, therefore spending enormous amounts on political candidates and races. For example, in 2014 alone, the NRA spent $27 million on midterm elections for Senate and congressional candidates. The organization actually rates candidate favorability, which in turn allows their members to make voting choices per this rating system. The association set up its own PAC, Political Action Committee, and a 501c4, which is an internal revenue social welfare write-off. Further, an organization can donate to the party of their choice from federal organizations down through the state and county levels. For these reasons, totaling all manner of contributing, the NRA is a formidable force in the political arena. Along with donating favorably to a party or candidate, they can pump money into a negative campaign for candidates who are viewed unfavorably towards their cause. This explains that even though approximately 70% of Americans favor stricter gun control laws, our politicians are in fear of what the NRA will do to their political careers. This is why no new legislation has been enacted. In 2020, the New York Attorney General filed a lawsuit to dissolve the NRA because of spending discrepancies within the organization. It is alleged that monies have been spent by its top authorities on lavish lifestyles, vacations, and goods. This lawsuit may last years, but it is good to note that perhaps one more political bully may go down in flames. Thanks for watching. I'm Rosalyn Tavanis.